tap. It's week 9 or part 2 of this Battle of Lakota. Can Lakota West gain some revenge and even up the series, or is it Lakota East sweeping it tonight here on Chatterbox Live? And good evening to you. It's our Game of the Week on Chatterbox Live, powered by Encore Technologies, IT solutions for a data-centered world. Along with the coach Sean Van Winkle, I'm Geoff Kim. It's a fever pitch here tonight, a sold-out house here at the Hawks Nest. Partner, I can't wait for this one. I know you and I have been circling this one on the calendar for a long, long time.
Yeah, again, you said Lakota, part 2, baby, Battle of Lakota. Two teams in very different situations. The home team tonight, Lakota East, still has a fighter's chance to win the GMC title with only 2 games out of the race right now behind Fairfield. Plus, Lakota East is playing for a top 5 seed in this year's state tournament, which is only a couple weeks away. And the visiting Lakota West Firebirds, they'll be playing for off-season bragging rights. If you win this game, all off-season, you get to brag to the other side of town, which is East. And they're also playing for what could be a top 15 to top 12 seed for Lakota West Firebirds. It's an exciting night. Again, we've been amped up and ready to go for tonight's game.
The last time out, the Thunderhawks blew out the Middies in Middletown on Tuesday, 59-38. Jack Kranagi came off the bench, hitting 5 of 9 shots from behind the arc, scoring a game-high 15. Meanwhile, the Firebirds rolled in Beckett Ridge, 57-31 over Coleraine. Nathan Dudukovic poured in a game-high 22 points. And as, we're just about 8 minutes away from tip-off. Can't wait for this one. Time to get to your keys to this ball game.
Absolutely. Hey, we'll start with the visiting Lakota West Firebirds, Jeff. And one of the 3 keys in talking to Coach Leon, and again, this time of year is the grind for everybody, but he said number 1 thing is we got to keep people on the floor. Against Fairfield, it was a very, very close game. They essentially played 6 kids, but it was a slow-down game. So against Lakota East, it's going to be a little bit faster, and can they keep guys on the floor? The second thing Coach Leon and I talked about is find Kranagi. Kranagi, the last 2 games that East has won, he's been big, 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 especially from 3, as he has 30 made threes on the season. And the third thing that we talked about is somebody has got to step up for Lakota West and help Dudukovic. Nathan appears to play very well against East. We've seen it a few times.
Yes.
He always has big games. But who's it going to be? Layfield, who we've seen in Fairfield. Could it be Barber, who had some nice drives? Curry, who's still on a coming out as a young player. But either 1 to 2 of these guys have got to step up for West to have a chance.
Well, we saw these 2 teams back in December, actually, and that was a 70-64 win for Lakota East, despite 32 from Nathan Dudukovic.
Yeah, and he is so good in the open court. So good in the open court, which leads me right into the keys for Lakota East, if you don't mind. So Lakota East Thunderhawks, 3 things. And talking to Coach Atkins, I told you, Jeff, I talked to him, and he is worn out. It's that time of year. It's a grind for everybody. You're losing sleep. You're still in the hunt. You're watching tape. But we talked about 3 major things for Lakota East. He said we got to keep Lakota West out of transition. You just said it, Jeff. Lakota West is really good in transition, especially Dudukovic, okay? But they're starting to get a little bit better in half court. The second thing, team basketball. And Coach Atkins always talks about that, but what's that mean? He told me, he's like, Coach Van Winkle, I told our guys, we don't need any heroes. We just need everybody to play their role and have a balanced attack. And if you look at Lakota East stats, they're very balanced. And he goes, we're the 6'2", 6'2" army. I want people seeing us coming in and out and getting after. And the third thing he says, we need to worry about Lakota East. Coach Atkins says we need to worry about ourselves. And what does that mean? This is going to be a high-energy game. Jeff, this crowd is amazing. A high-energy game, electric atmosphere. But when you have that stuff going on, you have to revert back to the East Way, which is their culture.
And tonight, the East Way, as we're getting a look at the student section, clad in the orange, and then they got the white lettering, beat West. And so that's going to be a mantra with them. They're going to be on their feet all night with a student band right behind them. To our right, on our near side stands, it's Jersey night for Lakota West. So you're really seeing 2 disparate fan bases. They're making it really known how separate they are.
It's amazing. I mean, this rival is huge. We got Luke Fick on the house tonight. You're going to talk a little bit about that later, but it's a huge rival, and it's one of the best in high school basketball. My daughter, we talked about it for 3 days when we found out we had this game. Being able to come out here and just see the atmosphere and seeing guys pick up and play, and a lot of times it's unsung heroes. So who's going to step up? I love the Atkins kid. He's not the big scorer, but I tell you what, Geoff, he does everything for them. Absolutely love Atkins. And on the other side, I said it earlier, Barber. Atkins, Barber. I think both those two guys are going to be key tonight.
Speaking of Nathan Atkins, he had an underrated floor game the last time you and I saw him back in December. 9 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals in 26 minutes. He was a perfect 4 of 4 at the line.
In the fourth quarter, Geoff.
Right.
In the fourth quarter, which that's when you got to step up and make the big ones, and he was 4 for 4 in the fourth quarter. So I asked Coach Atkins how it feels. I said, look, it's getting close here. How does it feel coaching him? And he's like, I cannot say enough about coaching my own son. He's getting better. He's getting more confident. He feels like he's taking his team on as the leader and the captain of the team. And that's what's so great about Nathan Atkins, who's a senior for the Thunderhawks.
Before we head to a timeout, Lakota East is 7-2 in the conference, 10-3 overall. They need a little help if they're going to capture a tie with Fairfield for the conference lead this year. Lakota West struggling along. Their overall record is 7-6, 4-5 in the conference. A win tonight will take them a long way towards February. We're due for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have a history lesson, the starting lineups, and the opening tip-off. This is our game of the week, powered by Encore Technologies, here on Chatterbox Live. The series in recent years has been dominated by Lakota East. In the last 10 games these two teams have met, the Thunderhawks have outscored the Firebirds by an average of 14 points a ball game. Just under it, 13.8 at 60.1 to 46.3. Home court hasn't been a deterrent for East. They've won all 5 of their matchups in Beckett Ridge. Along with Coach Sean Van Winkle, I'm Geoff Kim. Our crew tonight, our producer Joe Meehan, on video tonight is Ian Callmeyer. Our sideline reporter, our third man of the broadcast, will be Reed Mouse, and our most important, our statistician tonight, Mia Van Winkle.
Absolutely. And you talked a little bit about the stats here. Lakota East has changed the way they play, so they're playing way faster. So I went back and looked, because Lakota East is known for leading the league in field goal percentage. They still are. They're still close. They're second in the league at 49.6, but they were at 51-52 the last couple years. So playing fast has not equaled bad shots for East. They're still taking really, really good shots, and that's the East way.
As we had mentioned, East has dominated this series, 9 of their last 10 between the two teams. The last time we saw them was the last time they matched up in this series on December 17th, 70-64. The Thunderhawks won it in Beckett Ridge despite 32 from Nathan Dudukovic, or as you might hear us call him tonight, the Duke of Beckett Ridge.
We got to come up with something. He's too good. Real quick, 10 seconds. Rich Bryant, athletic director of Lakota East, had a major neck surgery. He's at home recovering, listening to us tonight. We wish him well, getting back here quick. He's got good help, because this place is really set up nice, but I just want to shout out real quick to Rich Bryant.
Absolutely. Rich, get well. We're due for another timeout as we get to the nation's anthem. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip-off here on the Game of the Week, powered by Encore Technologies on Chatterbox Live. You're ready now. Let's give you the starting lineups here from the sold-out house at the Hawks Nest. First for the home team, Lakota East. The Thunderhawks are 10-3, 7-2 in the GMC. Their head coach, Clint Adkins, in his 8th year, 143-45. It's number 2 at a guard spot, Jaden Cole, 6'2", a senior. Nathan Adkins, the coach's son, wears number 3, 6 foot tall, a senior. Julian Mitchell will get the start tonight at 6'4", a junior. He wears 14. And Kobe Peck wears 24, 5'11", a senior. Up front, it's number 11, Charlie Kenridge, 6'3", a senior forward. Lakota West, the Firebirds at 7-6, 4-5 in the GMC. Their head coach in his 4th year with this program, Jim Leon, 42-45, though has coached for 28 years with well over 300 wins. Bryson Curry is at one guard spot. He wears the number 1, 5'10", a sophomore. Another guard, number 3, William Layfield at 6'4", a senior. Nathan Nedukovic wears 13, 6'3", a junior. Up front, it's number 10, Jason Lavender at 6'3", a junior. And the other forward is 21, Christopher Barber, 6'3", a junior. In the first game of this home and home in Beckett Ridge, East won the battle on the boards, 27-20. Both teams shot well from the floor. East shot 50%, 25 of 50, while West shot 52% at 24 for 46. The difference? East hit on 5 of 13 shots from behind the arc at 38.5%. West was just 1 of 11 that night for 9%.
Absolutely, and it's going to come down to field goal percentage, good shot selection, all those things. Kenrich is playing tonight. He was out against Middletown. So for Lakota East, that's a good thing to see, as he is back, as he's the leading rebounder in all of the GMC and the second best in shooting percentage. And William Layfield, Geoff, athletic player, attacks the rim, 12.7. You and I were extremely, extremely impressed with him when we did the Fairfield and Lakota West game. So we got some electric players individually, and we also have some good team concepts. Also starting tonight for East, which is Julian Mitchell, number 14, which is a little bit different. Coach Atkins has mixed up this starting lineup a lot. And when you have 8-9 guys that you play consistently, a lot of it's who's practicing hard in practice, who's have a good hot hand. He's got a good bench to go to. So look for East to play. They play 8 guys, an average of 20 minutes against Middletown. So they play a lot, East does.
East in the home whites with the gray numerals and the black trim. It's the black uniforms tonight with the red trim and numerals for Lakota West. It's Jaden Coles, the jump center with Jason Lavender. A fever pitch here at the Hawks Nest.
Lakota East in a defensive tip here.
And away we go as East controls to start things off.
Lakota West opens up man-to-man, Geoff. They've been playing man-to-man consistently the last few games.
It's Peck with the ball, plays it back up on top. Jaden Coles back on over, and it's Atkins now with it as they attack the south bucket. Coles outside. Mitchell thinking about 3. He fires it up too long, and Lakota West will get their first crack.
Little hesitant on his 3. Julian Mitchell can shoot that, though. Very capable.
Up high, it's Bryson Curry, 5'10 sophomore. Team leader in assists with just under 4 a ball game. Layfield, who scored 21 in that game against Fairfield, gets the high screen, and they keep it outside. Barber gets a touch.
They were very, very patient, Lakota West was, against Fairfield, running this 5 out. Geoff, what I don't like is, oh, there we go. They're starting to screen for Nedukovic a little bit. Against Fairfield, he kind of stood around a lot.
Drive, knocked out of the hands of Layfield. Out on the baseline, we head the other way.
And, of course, East opened up, Geoff, and their typical half-court man-to-man, but they will play full court a bunch tonight with their run and jump.
Just a minute gone by, no score here from the Hawks Nest here in Liberty Township. Coles gets a touch. They keep it around the arc. Kenrich finally got a touch. Kenrich is going to play football down at Purdue as a tight end. Nice whip around. Kenrich turns around. Shot misfires too short. He gets it back and they'll reset. Coles sustains 3, pops 15 feet away. No good. And both teams a little cold to start off.
A little bit. A lot of anxious, a lot of anxiety. Very much a ton of excitement as Nedukovic.
From the corner has a shot partially blocked, but Barber recovers and they'll reset.
Nathan Atkins is guarding Nedukovic. Now, East switches a lot, Geoff, on man-to-man defense, and Lakota West tries to fight through. But look for Atkins to be on Nedukovic as much as he can tonight, as he's a Thunderhawks' best defender.
Here's Nedukovic with the ball. Scored 51 in a game, a school record back in December.
I think I had 51 on a Papa-Shot game one time. One time.
Layfield. 2.5 minutes gone by. No one's hit the
Does this look familiar, Geoff?
Yes, it does.
This is exactly what West tried to do against Fairfield.
Mitchell the steal. Here's Jaden Coles, low right. As it poked away, he gets it back. Outside, Mitchell's open. 3 on the way. In and out. Kenrich the rebound, they'll reset.
two guys understanding their roles. Kenrich gets a rebound, throws it to Atkins. He works the offense. That's the East way. No heroes is what Coach Atkins wants tonight.
Kenrich drew the double and a hold down low with 5:05 left to go here in this first.
Absolutely. Coach Atkins talked about don't do too much, and they're not. They're just trying to settle in here, have some couple nice shots, open shots, as Angelo's worried about the East bench standing up. Angelo Zalotos is worried about the East bench standing up there, but
Clint Atkins, out of your screen, had an incredulous look and got an explanation. I think that's the best way we can put it.
I was to say that was very polite of you.
Coles has it on the elbow. Kenrich now low left. Has a one-on-one, now draws a double.
Now West plays man-to-man, but they stay and they fight through, and they don't switch as much.
Three open for Atkins, and the first score is on the board with 4:43 to go.
Stepped right into his shot, took a wide open off a reversal. East does a great job of getting the ball reversed, high percentage shots.
3-0 in favor of East. As Atkins, who averaged 6 in the ball game, he was our hero the last time these two teams matched up. Meanwhile, the deuce here, a long two for Lavender.
Lavender's got to be a guy who steps up for him. Coach Atkins upset. They missed the switch out on that.
Jason averaging 6.5 a ball game. They played down low to Peck. Draws the double. Kenrich won't shoot a three. And now he fills the lane. Atkins outside. Nice wraparound for Charlie, and this one will stay up front. Tapped out by William Layfield. We're at the halfway point of this first quarter. A little surprised that it's just 5 points up on the board.
I am, but they're bringing in Carnegie right now. Didn't take long for him to come in. Instant offense.
Here's the turnaround. Atkins high off the window, no good, but they reset. The rebounding has played a factor, and this one waved off traveling.
Shuffled his feet. Shuffled his feet. It's a nice pass, and he shuffled his feet in there. It's a great call by Angelo Zalotos. You know, playing these games is tough, but repping these games are too. You got to get into a rhythm.
Steal. Controlled 3-on-2. It's Coles filling the lane to Peck.
Yeah. Now this is where they press, Jeff. This is where East has been really good. Look for Carnegie to run at the ball, or Peck.
By the way, on that last bucket on the assist, right? Lakota East averages 14.5 assists a ball game. Oh, nice patience.
That's what that press does. You'll give up layups. And we'll get to it later, but I had a nice conversation with Coach Atkins about that.
Lavender has 2 more. He's got 4 in the book, 5-4. 3 for Carnegie, off the mark. So that's not his spot on the floor, by the way.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that. He airballed it from there, too, Jeff. They got to get him on the other side.
Oh, charge.
He got the angle. Barber drives the ball. That's in the scout. He usually drives it to his left. He went right this time. And Carnegie gets there, get his feet set. Anytime you dip that shoulder, they're going to call that.
Wholesale substitutions, LeBron, Benny Powell, Daniel Malumba, and Trey Perry, the freshman for Lakota East.
And this is where he starts wearing you out. And this is where Coach Leon was worried about keeping these guys fresh on the floor, as he'll only play about 6 guys.
It's Perry, the freshman, with the ball. He has been impressive.
Very much, and Coach loves him. He just says he's different, and that's a good compliment. That's like Joe Burrow. He's different. Nice pass.
3 from the corner to knock it down, Jaden Coles.
Jaden Coles, and here comes the press. They're going to start wearing them down as they travel. Another one. They start wearing you down, Jeff, with this press. You got to pass to beat it as he kicks it out for a wide open 3 as Jaden Coles drills it.
Point differential in the first quarter. It's 4.5 points for Lakota East in the first, as opposed to 2.5 for Lakota West.
Flex screen, down screen. Watch East just move that ball and just keep screening. Oh!
Off the ball. So they point on over to Jaden Coles. He picks up the personal.
Use these hands. He used these hands a little bit on the screen. The flare screen here, got his arms up. Now, my man Meehan said if you called that in an Elder Moeller game, you would have to walk home as the referee. That was not a very tough foul.
3 from the wing, too long for William Layfield. They play up front. LeBron Benny Powell, foul, going to the hoop with 2:08 to play. You're in the first.
Great transition for the junior, finishing right at the rim, running 3-on-2. You run this drill every day, and you go right at them. You got to stop the ball a little earlier there if you're West, as they're ready to bring in their first sub, number 12, Derek Jackson, sophomore, big guy for Lakota West is coming in.
Well, Christopher Barber picks up his second. That's now 3 team fouls, as Barber's in foul trouble in the early minutes. 2:08 left to play. First free throw of the night, no good. So LeBron Benny Powell at 6'2" with juniors at the line, averaging 4 points a ball game. He's a 65% shooter at the stripe this year. As the teams are concerned on free throw percentage, 66% for East, 63.5 for West. No good.
I'm concerned right now on West at half-court offense, as it's going to be hard for them.
3 on the way!
That was a Dudukovic 3, because his guy would not leave him, and it allowed him, Lavender, to get a wide-open 3.
Jason has all 7 points for West. It's 8-7. Granagi, catch a release for 3 of his own off the front lip.
They got to get the ball moving down here to try to get Dudukovic a shot.
Well, it looks like East needs to get Granagi on the left side of the floor, too.
And Dudukovic looks like he's trying to go into the block area, which Coach Leon and I talked about that. Try to post him up a little bit. I'm nervous right now for West because they're not running anything for Dudukovic. He's got 1 contested 3. That's the only shots he has, and we're a minute in, almost over in the first quarter here.
Drive on the way. Oh, and a nice scoop for Bryson Curry.
Curry, really good at the rim. Not a great perimeter shooter, but a very good guy driving it as Carnegie drives the lane.
Oh.
Curry got that. I think Curry got a piece of that. I think the point guard for Lakota West got a piece of this ball. Look at that. Right there, got a little bit of that. Point guard rotated over. Now, when I played point, Jeff, I could not jump like that.
Malumba looks inside, keeps it outside. Perry, the freshman, down to the corner. Atkins on the deck.
And there's your, yep.
Step around for Powell. For Perry, for 3, he knocks it down! The freshman strikes!
Great possession for East there. They share the ball so well.
Drive section out of bounds by Malumba. Boy, that was a beauty.
He called the foul on Carnegie. It wasn't Malumba, but it was Carnegie kind of riding him down. And that was, I didn't see the foul there either, but Malumba with an unbelievably athletic move as Curry steps up to the foul line. And I told you, we talked about this at Fairfield. He only shoots 46%. He's a point guard from the foul line as he banks his first one in.
So Curry to the stripe. Sub 50% at the line this year, 46.5%.
Yeah.
He came in shooting 14 of 30.
Yeah. Your point guard's got to shoot a better percentage than that, but he's young.
And he ties up the ball game. Our first tie of the night. East played for a final possession here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Only 17 seconds.
Here's a hold. It's on Bryson Curry as the freshman Perry was making his move to the hole. So Curry picks up his first. That's 4 team fouls now against visiting West. 15 on the game clock, tied at 11. We've had fun so far in this one. Perry works on Dudukovic, back outside. Step around, Carnegie looks inside, turns to Atkins, turn around, 15-footer, no good, and that's the way this first period ends. Tied at 11 here at the Hawks Nest. A fun 1 through 8 minutes, and we're due for a timeout. This is the game of the week, powered by Encore Technologies on Chatterbox Live. Tied at 11 here at the Hawks Nest, along with Sean Van Winkle. I'm Geoff Kim. Thanks for joining us on Chatterbox Live, the game of the week powered by Encore Technologies.
Jeff, you got to be concerned if you're Lakota West about Dudukovic getting shots, but here we are, tied at 11 and he hasn't as he's trying to post up Atkins now.
Has he only made one shot attempt so far?
One shot attempt, a contested three that was blocked.
Lavender's been the story of the game. He has the ball, low left. Oh, nice cut through. Layfield has it rejected. Tapped around. It's a volleyball match down there and recovered there by Jaden Coles. They play up front. It's Atkins. Nice no-look pass. Peck, and he threw it away. Intended for Charlie Kenrich.
Probably should have taken it up. The one extra pass there.
Curry down to the corner. It's a drive by Layfield. Low right and stuck low right. Jaden Coles fouled him.
Layfield doing a great job. They're spreading it out. They're running their good half-court offense. Lakota West running 5 out, which allows those driving lanes as Layfield went in there and got fouled on a great drive. And we've been impressed with him, man. The emergence of Layfield has really been good for Lakota West.
He took over that game in Fairfield a week ago that sent the game into overtime, and he was a driving factor. I think it's hard to think about it because ultimately West lost that game, and it was a shot attempt that he shot up late because the big man for Fairfield was in his way.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he scored 21 in that game, I believe 20 or 21.
Yep.
And he had the team high in the game high. First free throw's good, by the way.
I asked Coach Leon what's Layfield's recruiting look like, and I was talking to Reed Mounts about this. He's really leaning extremely hard to Bluffton. And it's Division III basketball. It's good, solid basketball. And he's really leaning towards going to Bluffton next year as a freshman.
No good, but a lead for Lakota West. Our third lead change of the night. It's Peck with the ball. Adkins, 10-footer, can't get it to drop, a little too strong. Still fought for. Kenrich gets it back and they'll reset. We'll see if Kranagi stations himself left of the key at some point. He comes around back, but they go to Kenrich. In the paint, he puts it up too strong.
Boy, Jackson with great interior defense there for the Firebirds. Big, strong sophomore kid.
Layfield out to the corner.
They're spread it out again. They're not running anything for Dudukovic. It's all one-on-one for him.
Dudukovic from the corner. He drives in, no good. He's averaging 26 a ball game, but he has yet to score. Here's Kranagi. Skips it across. Peck puts it on the deck, and before he steps out.
Stepped out of bounds.
So West is leading in this ball game. I know it's a tenuous lead, partner, but do they have control of this game right now?
They a little bit. I mean, it's going back and forth right now. It's an even game. It's exactly what we thought it would be. It was a really good game. But this is where East starts pressuring you a little bit here. Now that there's a dead ball situation, and it's that second-level defense on the press that East is really getting pretty good at. Here we go. The second level right now, right there.
And it's taken
away.
They
got it. That's the defense that they've been playing well.
Peck, Kranagi, dumps off, Kenrich.
That second-level defense. Yeah, he got banged up. And he ran into a pretty big guy at half court there.
Was that Kenrich?
No, it was Atkins, I believe. But Atkins has hit the weight room. He hit him pretty good. And Atkins has really worked on his body. We talked about that. Gain confidence by doing that.
So I want to take you back to a couple of seasons ago, at least for Lakota East. They would have the high screen wall with a big 6'7" kid named Alex Mangold.
Oh, yeah.
And you're talking about guys falling, flopping to the deck on a regular basis. I thought he was going to have stencils on his arm before the season because of all the guys he knocked down throughout that year.
East takes great pride in the weight room. Just everybody really does when it comes to high school sports, but East does it a little different. They get there real early and make guys commit. That's part of their culture. And when I say early, it's early. Here they are, pressing second level. That's where Kranagi's got to come up with that.
Out to the corner, Jackson from long range, put on the line, no good. One and done for West this time down, and Peck the rebound.
Isaiah Tyson had an opportunity to throw the ball to Dudukovic and missed it.
Three from the wing, too long for Kranagi. Peck the rebound. He goes right to the rack.
Yeah, Isaiah had a chance on a 3-on-2 to get it to Dudukovic and missed him. You can't miss as they're trapping right away.
Steal. Kranagi. I beg your pardon. It's Kenrich. And we got a timeout. So big defense and a score by the big man going to Purdue for football, Charlie Kenrich, and it's 17-12. This is the biggest lead of the ball game tonight here for Lakota East.
And what happened there, he was trying to throw it off the guy's leg, and he jumped. But again, this is what happened at Middletown the other night, and Chatterbox had the game in the second half, not the first, but they really started picking up that pressure and really starting to press. And they're playing 8 guys. When you play 8 guys an average of 20 minutes, you can wear people down, and that's what they're trying to do to the Lakota West Firebirds right now.
It's fresh licks, right? So are you a fan of auto racing by any chance?
A little bit.
So if you think about, especially IndyCar, with how fast those tires wear out, if you get fresh sets of tires out on those brakes, you're able to get to the finish line and not need extra tires.
And they're bringing fresh guys in.
Right.
They're bringing them in. And again, you can tell who's playing for East. I know we don't have their bench there, but it's 3 guys right next to Coach as they're getting ready to press again.
6-0 run here for Lakota East out of a 1-point deficit, and we've got a reach in, a hold coming up.
Now, Coach Atkins is not going to like that because Carnegie just fouled him. I mean, he reached in, he just fouled him. Just put your arms up. Put your arms up. Don't foul at all. And now Carnegie is going to get talked to by Coach. But that was a foul, ill-advised foul.
Yeah, the ball handler had nowhere to go. So Carnegie saddled with 2. Will give way to Trey Perry.
And you don't want him fouling 95 feet away, Carnegie, to get his second. There's that mid-level defense.
Steal away. Here's Kobe Peck. Outside. Atkins, nice step around. To the elbow. Dumps it down. Mulumba and run! No, wave it off. It's an offensive foul against Mulumba.
I didn't see that. Great bounce pass. Rotation. It's close. It was close. If it's close, a ref will call the charge, and that drives me bonkers sometimes. But that might have been a good call by their Grant Stanley, veteran official.
Jackson can't beat 5 seconds. We head the other way.
Great job.
I want to make mention, as far as differential is concerned, in the second quarter, East outscores their opponent by an average of 4 points a ball game. Lakota West by about 2.5. So out of the dead ball, goes to Atkins, plays Mulumba outside. Trey Perry.
Look at this ball movement. Trying to get into the paint, drives and kick.
3 from the corner to knock it down.
I absolutely love Mitchell as we get a full timeout now. Love Mitchell for Lakota East. Watch him get his feet set here. But that was the 3rd reversal of getting into the paint with 2 feet in a kick where Mitchell gets a wide open 3.
20-12. We now have a 9-0 run for Lakota East to reset. It's an 8-point lead right now for Lakota East with 5:10 to go. Team fouls, 5 for Lakota East, 4 for visiting Lakota West. And it's been a little bit of everything tonight. Jason Lavender has 7 points for Lakota West to lead the team. The 3 ball has been, in fact, a factor tonight for Lakota East. They've got 4 from long range.
Yeah, and they shoot 39.4%, second best in the GMC from 3, which is a stat that's really good. They're always high in field goal percentage and 3-point percentage, and a lot of it is, Geoff, they take very, very good shots. So if you watch them, they're getting the ball reversed 2 or 3 times and getting into the paint off 2 as Coach Atkins is down there getting these troops together. And on the right there, you see all of his assistants. He's got some good ones. Coach Vanderhorst, Coach Dews, Coach Ovington, Coach Stevens. There might not be a better staff in all of Cincinnati. Ovington, former head coach at Sycamore, very successful, and Coach Stevens, former head coach for the Kings Knights back in the day.
Lavender to throw in, double team on the ball handler, and
can't miss.
West breaks pressure. Down low, and they miss on the push. Jackson was pushed from behind, but he scores anyway.
He does. That was a good bounce pass, good finish at the rim.
So that breaks the 9-0 run, 20-14.
There's a second reversal already in this possession.
Atkins out on the elbow, outside. Perry looks in.
Third reversal.
Outside. Atkins for 3, skips off the front lip, and Lavender the rebound.
Great rebound. Good positioning there for Lavender as they're pressing off of a miss here, and Curry handles the ball, gets rid of it quick, settles in. This is where Coach Leon wants to be really patient. The lower the possessions, the better I think West has a chance, to be honest. Same philosophy with Fairfield as Jackson drills a 3 for the Firebirds.
Jackson, a points off the bench. They give him the 3, 20-17. So all of a sudden a 5-0 run for visiting West to cut it back to a field goal range.
Out of a timeout, Coach Leon. It appeared he wants these guys to be patient.
It's Adkins to Peck. Adkins has done a heck of a job defensively on Dukovic tonight. Here's Malumba, fills the lane, to the rack he goes, misfires, and Layfield the rebound, they want to run.
A little out of control.
Runs in on Mitchell, to the hoop he goes, no good. Peck's the rebound.
Out of control.
Peck, swerving, goes to Malumba, underneath the hoops, up and under is good. Daniel has his first field goal of the night. He breaks the 5-0 run, 22-17. Layfield looking for the skip pass for Jackson, and we got a whistle before that can happen.
Yeah. Nice little pass here. Malumbo with a little reverse, little English on the ball with a good finish there at the rim. And you got to love when your guys are almost calling because they went out because they're tired, and that's what Mitchell and Atkins just did. They're like, Coach, I'm burnt, I'm worn out.
So the question is, will they now look for Dukovic now that Adkins is off of him?
It's so hard to run underneath out-of-bounds plays this late in the year and get
Oh, look
shot.
at Jackson. He can't finish, though. Steal back to Dukovic. Behind the back, he pumps. Short corner, no good. He's still a little cold tonight.
A little bit cold. He can erupt, though. We've seen it. I mean, he can erupt for 20 and a half. As you said earlier, he had 51. The East crowd's calling him overrated.
3 from the wing, knock it down, Trey Perry. His second trifecta tonight, and the lead is back to 8. You got a stoppage here. Back to Dukovic for a second. That game was against North Raleigh at the end of December. He put up 51. He's had 4 30-point games this year. He can go off in a hurry.
Max Prep had him as one of the top 20 watch list guys in Ohio for Mr. Basketball Ohio. He was in the top 20 as a junior.
Up high, it's LeBron Benny Powell. I can't think of a more appropriate first name for a basketball player. Kenrich, low left. Oh, beauty move around Jackson to score.
Well, Jackson caught him on his left shoulder last time, and Kenrich goes back to his right. Great move inside for the football commit.
Our first double-digit lead of the night at 27-17. Well, long 3, too long for Isaiah Tyson.
Look who's rebounding. The leading rebounder in the GMC.
It's Peck filling the lane. Nice spin to the hoop. He can't get it to drop. Lavender the rebound.
Here we go.
Dukovic up front. And he lays it up and in. He thought he was going to jam it home, but he misstepped, and he gets the deuce.
He's got a little bit of brace on his ankle there. Yeah, he got a brace on his ankle. He might have, I don't know if he twisted it as he was going up here, but look at Kenrich's move. He went inside last time, then he was back to his left. Remember inside, he couldn't score, a little baby hook.
Right.
Jackson took it away. He went back down to his right, which is tough. Angelo and them want to know if Dukovic is hurt. He came up a little short on that. There's a 0% chance they can get him out of the game, but looks like Coach Leon does have a sub.
How important is Dukovic as we see Kobe Peck to the line, and he gets this one to roll in? He shoots 40%, or he completes 40% of the field goals this team has made this year.
Yeah, he's being under-recruited. Bellarmine's here tonight. Joe Meehan's seen the head coach here, and Coach Leon said he was going to be here. I'm just shocked, and I'm going to say it again, why in the world has Miami of Ohio not offered this kid, and he's sitting in their back door?
Or I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, because I think about some of the other schools in the region. You have Xavier, UC, Wright State, University of Dayton up to our north.
Absolutely.
He would be an asset to any of those squads.
Kid's unreal. As they missed that second level rotation there.
Oh, Jackson, no good! He missed the bunny, but he gets it back.
He's just trying to pad his stats, Jeff. He's trying to pad his stats, get a little rebound there, offensive rebound. Jackson's had great minutes tonight for the Firebirds.
He's got 7 off the bench, 29-21, East with an 8-point lead. Perry misfires, and it's deflected out. It'll stay up front with 1:28 left to go. Speaking of recruiting and people in the house, we did see Luke Fickell, the head coach of the University of Cincinnati football team, in the house tonight.
Coach Combs, former Ohio State, now a UC coach.
Yep.
Yeah, they're coming in to watch some good basketball. And Luke Fickell in the house. And, I mean, he's – if there's not a hotter coach in college football right now than him as far as a young riser, and they're going to pay him, UC getting ready to open up that wallet for him.
Kerry, of course, no stranger to the GMC. Used to coach over at Coleraine back in the day.
Yep.
Led them to the 2004 championship.
Yep, and it looks like they're delaying here. This is just takes it right out of you. You got a little bit of a lead, and they're going to try to run it all the way down for the last shot.
Now, this is truly the East way.
Oh, yeah.
And we got a little foul here with 1:02 left to go here in this half. Foul is on 3, William Layfield, and that's his 3rd.
Yep, and that takes him to 6 now. So the next one, Jeff, will be a one-on-one opportunity. But East is going to take the last shot. They're going to take the last shot of the half here, up 29-21. This is where it takes being really strong with the ball. And, whoa, almost traveled.
Carnegie's back into the ball game, by the way. You would think maybe he's out there for a possible dagger 3 to end the half, and this one will stay up front.
Yeah, Curry, a little back tap there, almost got the turnover for Firebirds. Now it's interesting because a lot of times you run your out-of-bounds plays to score, but they're not, as Atkins tells him, dribble it up. Nope.
Nice move for Coles. He throws it up. Oh, that's a pretty one.
Good move by Jaden Coles.
So Jaden's got 5, back to a double-digit lead at 31-21.
And here they come.
Tyson draws a double team. He lost it. It's taken away. Up ahead. Here's Carnegie. He missed the jam. It'll go to the line with 25.6 left to go.
That was a great pass to advance the ball. As soon as you get to half court, throw it ahead. Great bounce pass. Carnegie going up. Honestly, Jeff, I didn't know he had that in his system. He went up there to try to dunk that game. I didn't know Carnegie could do that. I mean, I always see him floating around three-point line.
We back in the tournament a year ago, in our Chatterbox highlight reel, we did have a Carnegie dunk in that one here, but and I can't remember who they played in the playoffs, but Carnegie did put one through, and he gets the first free throw in. No, wave it off. So they wave off the basket. Was there a lane violation?
He stepped on the line. He stepped on the line.
That's a hard one when you're the shooter.
And he shoots 87%. That's about the only way you're not going to get him to score from the line is to call that. Carnegie is a great, great shooter. Developing his game.
Jack makes.
Yep.
He gets on the board for the first time tonight.
Mitchell comes out because Carnegie's got 2 fouls, I believe.
He does.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to see anyone pick up a third one really cheaply. Full court pressure, nice step through, and they play up ahead. Jackson, low right, nice patience, he'll lay it up and in.
Jackson's been a huge bright spot. As we got 14 seconds to go, they're going to spread it out and try to get to the paint.
Under 10 to play. Here is Atkins to the hole. He throws up one, no good. It's saved by Perry. He pops straight on, knock it down to end the half. Mercy, what a shot.
It's off of the rebound, missed shot, tip back, and just throws it up and it goes in. What an incredible shot.
And let's send it down to Reed Mouse.
Coach, you guys were tied 11 at the end of the first quarter. You outscored them 24-12 in the second quarter. What'd you guys do in that second quarter?
Defensively, our guys were getting after in the press, got some deflections, made a couple little big runs there, and obviously you hit a shot like that at the end of the buzzer, that's key. But our defensive pressure's got to keep up, and obviously got to keep doing a great job on Dukovic.
What's going to be the talk in the locker room?
Guys, the game's not over. There's another 16 minutes and can't get passive. Thought we settled for too many jump shots. We need to get to the rim a little bit more.
All right, thanks, Coach. Go be with your team.
Appreciate it.
Jeff?
Reed, thank you very much. And it's the biggest lead of the ball game on that made 3 with just before the buzzer went off. 35-23, a 12-point spread here as we enter the halftime break. We'll take a timeout. When we return, we'll have our halftime show. We'll look back at the first half and look ahead to half number 2 when we return on Chatterbox Live. Away from the start of the second half, 35-23, along with Sean Van Winkle, the coach. I'm Geoff Kim. Thanks for joining us here on Chatterbox Live, our Game of the Week powered by Encore Technologies. Our producer tonight, the blonde one, Joe Meehan. Our videographer is Ian Callummeyer. Our sideline man, Reed Mouse, our third man of the broadcast, and our most important facet tonight, our statistician, Mia Van Winkle. You had a point to hit upon before we get back into action. Yeah. That was huge.
It was. 11 turnovers. Lakota West has 11 turnovers to Lakota East only has 5. And again, we talked about the press and that second level defense, and that's where they were getting some of those turnovers when they were pressing Lakota West, which was, again, I think it wore them down. Right now, it's Lakota East ball coming out. You can guarantee this is going to be a high percentage shot. Very high percentage. On the Lakota West side, you can't try to get it all back in one possession. You still got to come down and run good offense, get good shot selection, and they have got to get the Dukovic going. They got to get him going.
It'll be a Lakota East possession to start things off in half number 2. They'll attack the north bucket. The Battle of Lakota, Part 2. Are you a fan of sequels in movies?
A little bit, yeah. Rocky 2, I think, is the only thing I know.
I know some people think The Godfather 2 is better than the original. And they work inside. It's Coles. Nice wraparound. Kenrich scores.
That's coaching. Jeff, they did a back screen, and they got it open because guess what? Lakota West doesn't switch. They don't switch. That was a great play coming out of the half for Coach Atkins. High percentage shot.
8 for Charlie. Our football partner, as we had a hold away from the ball. Want to talk about this on Kenrich. Kyle Decker, who's one of our favorite guys here at Chatterbox Sports, he dubbed him during a football season, not this last one, but the season before, Can Do Charlie.
Oh, yeah. Well, he can guard at perimeter, which he's out there on Barber right now. And he's very mobile for how big he is. And that was a great finish at the other end as we just had that instant replay. A really, really good pass on the interior for Coles.
By the way, did you see a spread like this after the first 3 minutes that we had that was scoreless?
Yeah. Well, you knew there was jitters. Some of these guys, I mean, you say you can play in the game, and that's an offensive. Atkins, offensive foul, getting in him, and that's a frustrating foul for Dukovic. He's getting Atkins all over him, and then he pushes him with his left arm. Nice fake job there. I mean, that was a little bit of acting, but as strong as he is, I'm not sure he got pushed that easy, but Atkins is, he probably got mad at me when I said Woods is going to be the defensive player of the year, you think?
Perhaps.
Ooh, that was close.
Atkins, top of the key, back out to Coles. Nice step around. He pumps 18 feet away. No good. Here's the put back and a score by Can Do Charlie.
With his left hand, went up there on the weak side. That was, people understand rebounding. Big Oscar at University of Kentucky, it's all where the ball is going to go. 75% of the time, it's on the backside of where you shoot it from, and Kenrich will right that backside, grabbed it with his left, and put it in.
Here's Barber with the ball. Right of the lane, outside. Lavender getting a touch, so does Layfield. They work inside. Barber around Kenrich, puts it up, no good.
3-on-2.
Coles with the ball, nice bounce feet, but it's intercepted, intended for Peck.
Good pass.
Curry, down low, Barber scores.
Curry with a great pass. Don't celebrate, folks.
Here's Peck, driving baseline to the rack.
Very quick sideline break for Lakota East.
Peck has 8, he scored in every quarter. Here's a drive, Lavender is rejected by Jaden Coles.
Got 2 subs. Look at that, don't celebrate. 1, 2, reverse layup. East scores off, not even the ball touching the floor until he went to that reverse layup.
Kranagi comes in, he'll guard the trigger man. We also see Derek Jackson, who had 9 first half points for West. Step around. Dudukovic fires 15 feet away, off back iron, no good.
He's going to, yeah.
Julian Mitchell plays. Nathan Atkins out for Carnegie, out on that left side. He won't take the three, and he throws it away, intended for Atkins. Here's Layfield left of the lane, stuck on a double team. Denied by Mitchell and Carnegie initially, and it's out of bounds with 5:47 to go here in this third.
Historically, this fast pace is what West would probably want, but with as many guys as East plays, this is going to be wearing West down. They got to get some good movement on offense here.
They play to Jackson. Work around from the top. Layfield lost the handle. Peck took it away from him, and it's still loose, and it's picked up. West possession, and now we've got a stoppage.
I believe we got a timeout.
A lot of out of control. That ball was a greased pig for a good 2 seconds.
30-second timeout.
So both teams coming out of the halftime break in terms of point differential, it's their biggest of any quarter this season. 3.5 for Lakota West, but a stunning 5.8, almost 6 points for Lakota East.
Yeah, it's East wears you down. They wear you down, and that's what they're doing now is we're in a 30-second timeout. And Coach Leon is challenging his guys right now. It's 41-25. This is the Battle of Lakota. You got to challenge them, guys. You got to dig in. Don't try to get it off one shot. Play good West basketball, get high percentage shots. Is Lakota West only has 2 timeouts now for the rest of the game, as he had to burn a couple of them just to save possession.
Well, the game is right here. I guess that's the best way to look at it. We saw the JV game, and that thing exploded into a running clock.
In a hurry, too, man.
Barber throws in. Layfield back to Barber. Low right. Outside. Jackson top of the key. Drives the double team mid-post, and outside back to Barber. They'll reset the offense. Layfield thought about 3 from the wing. He's a good 3-point shooter.
He is. Look at the help side. Lakota East playing great defense here. West being patient as the Dukovic is trying to post up down low. They just can't get him the ball. Jackson with another move.
To the rack, missed shot, and Carnegie the rebound for Lakota East.
He's having a good game as a sophomore, though, Jackson. Whoa.
Scoop for Carnegie, no good, but the cleanup by Peck.
Yeah. Good rebound by Peck.
Peck has scored in every quarter tonight. He's got 10, 43-25.
Here they're trying to still press here.
3 for Jackson from the corner. He left it short. 1 and done, and the rebound to Jaden Coles for Lakota East.
The press is either going to force a turnover or force a quick bad shot, that's what that was for Lakota West, which is a turnover for East as they're screening and moving the ball here. We're in a tough spot here, Jeff, right now. I mean, Lakota West has got to get some stops and some scores.
Mitchell is stuck. Do they call the timeout?
3 seconds.
So Mitchell found himself in just quicksand. Once he hit the free throw line, he was like, uh-oh, there's nobody to go.
And Jackson did a great job by not fouling. He kept his arms up. He didn't reach. Very solid, very disciplined defense. Again, earlier, I just said it in the last possession, you get it to try to get a steal when you're pressing or a quick shot. Let's see what West does here, because you got to pass to beat this.
Steal. Peck initially took it away, and we're going to head the other way.
You got to get 3 outlets. You got to get 3 outlets. Right now they have 1, which is in the middle. You got to get 3 outlets for the guy to pass to, as you can see on that replay there. And you got to look that way, and the trap can't scare you. Look beyond the trap. Look beyond the trap.
Out of the dead ball from the baseline, and they play it to Bryson Curry.
There you go. Nice, comfortable.
Now, up ahead, nearly intercepted. Jackson saved initially by LeBron Benny Powell, and I think we'll stay up front.
Yeah, they're not getting 3 outlets. Curry slowed himself down that time, and he probably could have slowed even more and waited for Jackson to sprint middle. But they're in a hurry. They're in a hurry. The traps are making them in a hurry. You got to look beyond. You got to be tough with the ball.
Layfield gets
first
out
screen.
To the corner. Dukovic left it short, but the cleanup by Barber.
That was kind of the first screen I've seen for Dukovic tonight. Now look at Jaden. There's 3 outlets. Boom, boom, boom. And that's how they pass to beat it.
Malumba. Down low. Perry scores.
Yeah, you notice Lakota East had 3 outlets. And that's what you got to do to beat the press.
Perry has 11, 45-27.
Whoa.
Nice step around. Oh, a beauty move by Curry.
Nice move for the sophomore. Uh-oh.
3 from the corner for Grenaghi. He knocks it down.
Which side of the court was that?
Gotta go left.
It was left, and we got our Coach Higgins timeout after a made 3. I know that.
48-29. And look at that 3.
It's a full timeout. I know that's Coach Atkins, but Coach Higgins likes to do that for Hamilton. Calls timeout on made 3s. A lot of times you can get their attention that way as Coach Atkins. If we can look, we got it. This is the East way right now. Look at the huddle. You got guys locked in. You got arms around each other. Everybody knows what's going on. Laser focused. And that's the East way. And that's exactly what Coach Atkins talked about. And they're bought in, man. They're bought in. Look at these 3 outlets. Boom, boom, and finish. Great in transition.
You know, and I think the point of this in transition is when you see 1 dribble or less off a made pass, and you see the completion at the other end, that's big. You
got to pass to beat the press, and you can't be scared of the trap. You got to be able to take it on, look beyond the trap guys. But East is really, really, really sticking to this. Geoff, I would have lost major money. I thought they would have given up on this press stuff at Christmas time because how many layups they've given up. But they're staying with it, and they're getting better and better and better at it.
Tapped out by Grenaghi out to the sideline. I mentioned the point differential not that long ago. +6 this season for Lakota East in the 3rd period. Throughout every game this year by average. Right now they've outscored Lakota West 13-6 here in the opening minutes of this 3rd.
Just look at this energy. Don't reach. Grenaghi reaching. That was a great job to stay low with the ball. Curry stayed really low. Watch how low he dribbles the ball here, Geoff. Gets it to his left hand. Stays low, doesn't stand up, makes it really tough for Grenaghi to stay with him. It's all about the angles, too.
So Jack does pick up his 3rd. Team fouls have been pretty steady here as far as this 3rd period is concerned. 2 for East, 1 for West. They play it in to Curry.
Now look up. There's nobody in the middle of the court.
Out to the side, they play up front, and it's tapped away. Perry, this one intended for Bryson Curry, but this one will stay up front with 3:11 to go.
Curry ran to the middle of the court. They need to get somebody there a little bit earlier. They advanced it into the half court now as Barber takes it out. And they're coming right at it. They're coming at Curry hard.
Layfield has a wide open look for 3, too short.
And here they go.
Malumba plays. They keep it outside. 3 from the corner!
The freshman.
Perry is on fire tonight.
What a great one more pass by LeBron Powell. A great extra pass as Atkins gets the steal.
Here's Atkins out to Malumba. They'll reset. Back over for Kenrich.
Whoa.
Nice turnaround in the lane. He can't get it to drop, though.
Little old school hook shot there. Look at Coach Atkins in the stands, doing his best David Lane.
51-29. This is the biggest lead of the ball game.
Coach Atkins played Division III ball, Mount St. Joe, way back in the day.
Here's Layfield, has it picked away. Malumba up ahead, looking for Perry. He's got a 3-on-2. He pops 10 feet away. Boy, is he hot.
He is on fire, and he is a true freshman.
Score on the other end, Curry.
Got to get somebody in the middle of the court.
They play up front. Malumba on a 2-on-1. Drops it off. Kenrich, low lift, charge.
Nope, no charge.
It's a blocking call. I thought he dropped the shoulder like a tight end would.
He did, but Barber didn't fall. I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't call a charge here, but there's no way. You can't call it. He wasn't there. He got knocked down.
So they're going to charge it on Lavender. That's 2 on Jason. Team fouls are even at 2. It's hard not to think of a guy Charlie's size because he is so broad-shouldered that when he drops the shoulder that he is charging, but he misses on the first.
Very athletic for a big guy. Shoots about 70% from the foul line. And they're bringing in some fresh guys. They don't stop. It's 8 guys, and Coach Leon talking to Curry as he's going out. He's a sophomore, got a lot of really good basketball ahead of him. And Coach Leon, who's been around a long, long time, 28th year.
We got mass substitutions. I think we're going to see Austin Searveld come on into the ballgame, and he is a load for Lakota East.
Now, he's a football recruit, if I remember correct.
He has been offered in so many different spots as we await Charlie Kenrich. He's going to come, Searveld's going to come in for Kenrich. That's what it looks like. So it's going to be a left tackle for a tight end. No good on the back iron. I'll talk about Searveld a little bit more when he comes in. 53-31. It's Tyson out high. Barber gives back to Tyson.
Not running a whole lot here. Got to get some good movement. Now they're trying to get some double screens for Dukovic.
Layfield outside. 3 from the corner to knock it down for Tyson. Isaiah Tyson logs on for the first time tonight. 53-34. Kenrich low left, whips it outside. Off the skip, 3, too hard, back iron for Jaden Coles.
It's not the shot Coach Atkins wanted.
Layfield got stripped. And now we're gonna see Austin Searveld.
Nice little pass out there, and Isaiah gets a good look, knocks it down toward the fire. He's a sophomore as well. Lakota West plays all underclassmen except for one guy, as we got a big old boy coming in here right now.
Austin Searveld, who wears 32, 6'5", 315 pounds. Very bright guy, 3.7 GPA, second team All-State as an offensive lineman. Has been offered by just about everybody in the Power 5, and he's got the ball handler.
He did, and coach is back up. And he gets back here at Garden Barber. Barber's a really good driver, but he's going to play back on him as he...
Steal. Here's Peck on a one-on-one around Dukovic, and he is fouled. And one!
No and one. Called it early.
So they will not count the continuation foul before the shot.
Uses his left hand, outside hand. He called the foul at the foul line, which was not an and one. But notice the defensive positioning for Kobe Peck. He got his left hand, the outside hand up to get the steal.
It's Jaden Coles, low left, no good. Searveld fights for the rebound, has it taken away from him. And it's thrown away, we head the other way. 42 seconds left to go. Want to finish up on Searveld for just a second. He has been offered by Ohio State in football, Alabama, Penn State, Iowa, UC. That might be part of the reason why we see Luke Fickle in the stands. UK, Illinois, and West Virginia.
He's got UK written all over it.
Now, they have a fine tackle over there, over at UK. Paul Rodriguez, if I recall, a Mason tackle from a year or two ago.
University of Kentucky recruits Cincinnati really, really hard. Darian Henry, who was up at Ohio State, transferred into Kentucky.
3 off the catch, no good. It will stay up front, last touch by Searveld. I'm trying to think who else is down there. I seem to recall Jaton McLean's over at UK. He played over at Fairfield.
Absolutely.
GMC Offensive Player of the Year a couple years ago.
Searveld getting a lot of minutes here. He's going to need some oxygen.
12 seconds. It's Barber over for Dukovic. A long 3, no good. Searveld the rebound. Here's a long 3 from half court. Malumba no good, and we go to the 4th. It's a blowout here at the Hawks Nest, and the home team has a 19-point lead. This is the game of the week, powered by Encore Technologies here on Chatterbox Live. To the 4th we go here at the Hawks Nest, 53-34. Domination continues for the home team tonight.
And folks, we have a very, very good game by Trey Perry. We'll talk about his stats when we get a chance here. Kenrich back in the game.
Here's Barber with the ball plays. Layfield pops 3 on the way. So Layfield actually gets his first field goal tonight. He had a point on the board, 53-37. Drive, Coles to the rack, and one!
What
There's
a
your
move.
bonus.
What a move by Jaden Coles. What a move. He kind of frees him up with a little Iverson crossover, brings it to the middle and scores.
Jackson comes back in for Lavender for Lakota West. And Cole's at the line. He's a 64.5% shooter at the stripe this year, averaging about 10 points a ball game. This is a really good scoring team for Lakota East, averaging about 69 points a ball game, yet nobody averages more than 11 points a contest.
It's a very balanced attack for the Thunderhawks as they got transition shot for Jackson here.
Jackson can't get it, but he'll get the rebound, and now he's tied up.
East ball.
56-37. So Trey Perry, by the way, just a freshman. I
Talk
tell you,
about
he's
it.
been beautiful tonight.
Hey, Geoff, he's 6 for 6. 2 for 2 from the field. 4 for 4 from 3. He's perfect tonight.
He might be.
He hasn't missed a shot yet.
Well, he hit the big 3 to close out the first half. And I don't know if that's your candidate for play of the night, but that's mine so far. Outside, Kenner.
Oh! I was going to say, Geoff, if he shoots that, that's a play of the night. And Coach Atkins is talking to him. Get in there.
Kenner slow left around Jackson to score.
He walked down here and told him to get his butt inside to the block, and he did.
58-37. Layfield, the long deuce, no good. The rebound, Julian Mitchell.
Atkins is set up over there.
Coles to the free throw line. Stuck, looking for Kenrich, and off his hands and out of bounds. We head the other way.
Right idea.
So Trey Perry, as you had mentioned, just the description of him as Kenrich comes out. Kranagi checks back in. The description of Perry indicates that he's a special player in the making.
He is. He's perfect tonight. Perfect from the field. 16 points.
Dudukovic, 3 on the way!
He can score quick, so let's see if they find him. And it's the best time to get him, Geoff, is in that transition, which I thought they missed him early.
His first from long range tonight, and we've got a foul right at the free throw line away from the ball. As 2 players went down, it was Layfield for Lakota West.
Yeah, they call the block here. He slides over. Yeah, that's a good call. He slid over there. He slid right in front of him.
And Nathan Atkins a little worse for the wear after that contact.
Look at that student section over there for Lakota East. All the way to the top, Geoff.
They have stood up this entire night.
They're just spreading you out now. Got 5 guards in right now. And Coach Atkins, he's doing his spread motion. They're just going to keep driving until they get a layup.
Atkins, no good. And it belongs to Bryson Curry. Up ahead. He's got a 2-on-2, even break, and this one tapped away.
Decent foul in the open court. Kobe Peck there, I believe it was on him. Yep, 24. Kobe Peck. It's going to be underneath.
So that's Kobe's first. 4 team fouls now against East, 5 for Lakota West.
What out-of-bounds play do you have for Dudukovic here?
I actually flashed him to the hoop. Don't you?
They're trying to run him off 3. Yeah, you're right. He did. He tried to reject it and go to the basket, and Atkins had nothing to do with it there.
Jackson from the corner pays the back out to Layfield. 5:40 to go in this one. 18-point lead for East. The runner for Dudukovic. Can't get it to drop. And now the ball rustled away from Barber and some contact.
We'll stay down here. Dakota West ball. Barber's taking it out now. Curry took it out before. A lot of times when Barber takes it out, he'll step right back in and post up. But now they're going to send Curry back out there, which means they're going to up screen for Jackson here, and then Barber's going to try to set a screen, and they're going to have a mismatch maybe.
Dudukovic tries to play out to the corner. They'll play it up top instead. Layfield thought about 3, plays back to Curry, feeds inside Barber, low right, throws up with a hook and score. Barber has 6. Here's the long outlet for Kranagi, and they were trying to cherry pick this one out of bounds. It'll stay up front. Tapped out by Derek Jackson.
Yeah, nice going to the inside right shoulder for Barber. Very good post move. Left-handed, went to his right shoulder. Good spacing there.
Peck will throw in.
They love posting Coles up inside there.
Coles posts up and scores. No foul call. No and one, but he gets the bucket.
Coach Dews wanted that for East.
Curry misfires high off the window. It stays up front. Jaden now has 10 in the book. That was a hard-fought field goal. At least he got the bucket, because I thought the and one was coming, and it looked like the entire East bench.
Yeah, they love throwing it into him on the block right there. Just a quick entry and then little actions afterwards.
Barber to throw in. 5:04 left to go in this contest. Layfield gets it. Checked by Nathan Adkins. And it nearly had a steal, but a little too much contact by Adkins.
Yeah, Coach Leon was wearing him out down there, wanting to foul. Look at Coach Leon. Give it to me. Here's the call. He called it.
That's 2 on Adkins. Both teams still have a foul to give before the bonus. Jackson gets the entry out on the corner. 3 for Layfield straight on, no good. The long ball just hasn't been there tonight for West.
Good effort down there by Jaden Coles. As Jackson in there fighting as a sophomore. I've been impressed with him tonight. I said it earlier, he's a big body kid, strong. And you notice Lakota West, they're not getting anything on these out of bounds plays. It's because East has all these things scouted out. And this is about the 5th formation we've seen. They did a diamond, a box, a flat series.
Barber from the corner, works on Kranagi, and a foul.
Yeah. Should be on the shot. That was a design play to go right at Kranagi. We talked about Barber being a good driver, and there he is. He did a great job against Fairfield driving, good job against Kranagi there as Barber steps up to the line, shooting 66% from the free throw line. I love the way he plays. Absolutely love it. He's only a junior.
That's 4 on Jack. He'll stay in, at least for the time being. I don't know if Kenrich will take his place in the lineup after the free throws, but the first one's good by Barber. It's Barber's first make at the line tonight. 7 points in the book. Kranagi does come out, and it's Can-Do Charlie back in his place. No good, and the tap and the save by Kenrich. And look at the jump around by the Lakota East student section.
I thought Kenrich was going to ball screen there, which might have been the first ball screen.
Look at the drop off for Peck. No good. Kenrich for the rebound. He puts it back. No good.
Yeah, Kenrich was going to ball screen there. They don't usually ball screen much. East doesn't. Look at all these guys running down there.
Foul.
All of them except Coach Atkins' son. And he's probably getting subbed out right now.
So Peck's on the floor. He had the contact with the Dukovic as he was making his move. That's Kobe's second.
Yeah, I don't know if he's hurt or might be cramping up.
Yeah, it looks like a tissue injury for the lack of a better terminology. And we've got a stop and play here, 4:23. We'll hold things right here. Want to look ahead to the schedule as far as we're concerned. For Lakota East, they'll have Oak Hills on the road next Tuesday, followed by Sycamore, and that should be a hell of a game next Friday.
Absolutely. And then on the other side, let's talk about what a great athletic director Mr. Kaufman is. He moved the game tomorrow night. He moved it to Sunday for Lakota West, so the boys from Lakota West can watch the Bengals. I wish more athletic directors would have done that. It's a crying shame, but that was a good move. They're playing. They're going to Springboro. Springboro's the middle of the pack. GWalk. That'll be a good game for Lakota West.
Well, let's face it. There's a lot of Bengals here in this part of the greater Cincinnati area as Dukovic heads to the line. Deep knee bend. First free throw is good.
Yeah,
so knowing that, right, you could have still played tomorrow, but there would have been not a lot of people in the stands just because of the Bengals.
Yeah, the Ross Rams are playing the Bain Rams, which is a rival very similar to this, and they're not going to move the game. But a lot of people are playing early tomorrow or they're playing Sunday.
Dukovic back to the stripe. He lets fly on the second one, and good. He's got 7 in the book tonight. And cuts the East lead back to 15.
If you're going to press, you got to get that second level stuff, and Lakota West kind of missed theirs. Jaden Coles.
Drops it off. Perry again.
Perfection. He hasn't missed yet. What a great pass by Jaden Coles.
18 for Perry. Here's the Dukovic. He left it short. The mid-range jumper. Kenrich the rebound. He wants to run on a 3-on-2. Now he'll wait.
Understanding your role, he got it to the front court. It stopped. Look at the ball control.
Coles back to Perry.
Oh, he traveled. Shuffled his feet. Great ball control by Jaden Coles. Keeps it low, uses his body, uses angles.
Kenrich comes out. Malumba will take his place as they go with more hands, more ball handlers here down the stretch. 3:38 to go to the conclusion of this one. Trey Perry has been a revelation. Here's the Dukovic. He pumps. 18 feet away. No good. A little too flat. And foul as Barber was undercut. And we got a down Thunderhawk.
Yeah, Mitchell with the block out here. He got the worst end of the block out. Tries to block him out.
So Mitchell picks up number 2. That's 18 fouls as they've started to pile up here in the late minutes for Lakota East. Now, that would be worrisome if this was a close game. With a margin at 17, you just kind of go, we play another time.
And about balanced attack by Lakota East. We talked about a pre-game, Geoff, as they have so many guys who are capable. And tonight, we have young Mr. Perry with 18. Geoff, he averages 5 points a game. He's got 18 tonight.
Here's Adkins. Well, wait. Now goes back to Perry. He's rejected.
First miss.
Blocked by Barber.
Coach Atkins wanting him to get back and get settled in the half-court D.
Dukovic the runner. And one!
Kernagi, I think, trying to take a charge there. Watch him keep the ball high, Geoff. He doesn't bring it down. Keeps the ball high and shoots it. Doesn't allow those hands to come in, and I know he hasn't scored a ton of points. Atkins has a whole lot to do with that, but he's still a very special player. I absolutely love watching Dukovic play.
So Kernagi has fouled out with 4 points tonight. Mitchell will come back and take his place. And Dukovic will come on in and try to complete the old-fashioned 3. We saw him with a season low at Fairfield in that overtime game that we had a week ago with 11. Right now he's still below that. This one no good. He's at 9 right now.
Yeah, he's not going to want us to do any more games, Geoff. Nice pass.
And this one rejected by Jackson. Up front, Dukovic chases it down. From the corner, back to Jackson. 3, too short. And the rebound to Adkins. They want to run out to Coles. A 1-on-1, a 2-on-1. And they miss on the alley-oop to Malumba. That would have been an exclamation point tonight.
That would have been nice. I don't think he got quite high enough. He did throw it up. Not sure he could have dunked it even if he got it there, but
they play in, it goes to Coles.
This is when they just break your back. They just spread it out. Got 5 guys out there that can handle the basketball.
Right on the lane, stuck. Perry, quick touch pass over for Adkins. Fills out to the lane and back to Perry. Malumba, and it's a kickball. We'll stay up front with 2:19 to go.
Just spreading it out, just trying to get, really rubbing it in some ways. Just going to hold the ball here.
We saw Derek Jackson throw something to his own bench. Did you catch what it was?
Yeah, well, I don't, but they're going to Jaden Cole here on the block on almost every out-of-bounds play.
Coles low left.
Isolates him.
Now pumps. 8 feet away, he can't get it to drop. I think it might have been partially blocked.
Yeah, Barber with the block, got a little tip on it.
Barber, low right, wrap around, back to Jackson. No good, foul. 2:04 left to go in this ball game, and we'll see some free throws.
Yeah, it was great there by Barber, kind of missed it. The layup, and then makes a nice little pass to Jackson there. Barber got stuck underneath, Jackson cutting in, and Jackson, a sophomore, stepping up. Not very good from the foul line, only 43%.
No good.
Misses the first.
So we mentioned just a minute ago about Scott Kaufman having the kindness of his heart to move the game tomorrow to Sunday at Springboro. And then Lakota West will come back home and play Sycamore the following Tuesday.
Yeah, they got their next 4: Springboro, Sycamore, Hamilton, if they allow Hamilton to play again this year, and then Milford.
So a timeout with 2:04 left to go. Derek Jackson back in the book here in the second half. He had 9 first-half points. I think all of them came in the second, if I recall.
He did, yeah. He did. And again, you better get Lakota West now, because the next couple of years they are very, very talented. Again, they've only played one senior, basically, which is Layfield, who's a good one, a very good one. Talking about Layfield real quick, Geoff, Coach Leon said he's done it. He's done it with hard work. He was on the freshman team as a freshman. And then he played some JV as a sophomore and junior, and now he's playing varsity. He lived in the gym. His dad's an assistant coach for Lakota West Firebirds, and he just done it the old-fashioned way. That's why he's got a chance to go to Bluffton as an offer for Layfield.
Yeah, playing Dudley Layfield is one of the assistant coaches.
Yes, it is. It's his dad. That's his dad. He's the assistant. So that's special when you can coach your kid, as Coach Atkins just smiles every time I talk to him about talking to Nate. At halftime, right before Reed got a hold of Coach Atkins, Nathan came up and kind of pumped his dad in the back of the head. I'm not sure what it was about. I think he said that was the play I drew up, Dad, that allowed Perry to hit the 3 at the end.
While we're still waiting to resume action, you have an early candidate on play of the night?
That was a good one. I mean, that freshman he's had a whale of a game, and you know what? It felt like that was the momentum. It was just a dagger, and they have never been able to recover from that 3 he hit right before half. That could be one.
Meanwhile, Dudukovic fouled, picks up his 3rd. He fouled Adkins, and that's 6 team fouls against one. So the next one will be 1 and the bonus.
Yeah, this is when you got to get good spacing, 3 outlets, I call it, and that's a good pass.
Up ahead, Adkins low right. They try to go to alley-oop, and now they'll wave off the basket. Basket interference. Mitchell thought he never touched the rim.
It was a good call. It was on the rim a little bit. But the referee, Andy Douglas, was behind him. Let that play go. Get the guy a dunk. You know, doesn't it feel like Jaden Cole is becoming a big leader, him and Nate Atkins, for this team?
Misfire by Layfield, yeah, absolutely. Now they play up ahead. Here's Mitchell on a 2-on-1. He lays it up and in.
Timeout. I love Mitchell. I love him. The kid is a basketball build. I love him as he finishes here. Old school pump fake.
Right.
And then he finishes it as a 30-second timeout. And this is where Coach Atkins, here's what he's talking about, Geoff. Guys, let's finish it the right way. Let's don't do anything fancy. We don't need any heroes. Let's just finish it the right way. And the student section for East is having a blast tonight. It's a learning thing for Coach Leon. I said, you better get them now because they're young, folks. Mm-hmm. They're young, and he will have them ready to go to play next year as well. Don't count them out, though, man. I mean, me and you just watched them play, I think, the best team in the city to an overtime game against Fairfield. So don't count them out.
Got to make note that Lakota West, their worst loss this year came on December 7th at Sycamore. It was an 18-point loss. Right now they're down by 16. Barber has it off the tap around. Layfield. Now to Dudukovic. Shot off top of the key. Now rolls back the other side and has it taken away from him, but some contact as well with 1:28 to go.
They switch everything, East does, which makes it really hard for Dudukovic to get isolated.
So Nathan on Nathan damage as Atkins fouls Dudukovic. That's now, we got the double bonus here for Lakota West the rest of the way. First free throw is good. And Dudukovic is back in double figures. He's hit double figures every game this season.
He struggled from the line this year, comparatively speaking, to last year's team or season. He's went through a little funk from the line as he knocks both these down, and they're trying to get Perry in. He didn't get there quick enough.
Foul, it's the reach in on Bryson Curry. He picks up his second, and you foul exactly the wrong guy. Nathan Atkins leads the GMC in free throw percentage this year, 93%.
And he always gets them at the end of the game, big shots. And this guy's worried about some. I knew he was going to do it. Oh, he's going to call a timeout. He's got a scratch on his arm, and then they're called a timeout.
I have to check him out officially.
If you call a timeout, you don't have to. He can stay in the game. They'll just wrap something up on his arm real quick. If he misses his free throw, it's going to be from the wrapping of the arm, right?
Well, how do you like this if you're, if you're a coach's son? 93% of the line this year. He's made 13 out of 14 shots at the stripe. They're only free if you make them, and he's made a bunch of them.
And I bet you almost all 14 were in the fourth quarter. We know 4 of them were.
Right.
Against
this game back in December.
Yeah. And what a joy. I mean, I retired coaching, Geoff, so I could coach my kids, and I coach my son and daughter now, and it's just a really fun feeling, and I know Coach Atkins is enjoying every minute of it. Every minute of it.
By the way, our crew tonight, Joe Meehan producing us, Ian Callmeyer is our videographer, our sideline reporter, Reed Mouse. He'll catch up with Coach Atkins after the ball game, ostensibly, and our statistician, our most important piece, Mia Van Winkle.
Absolutely. Got a big game tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Three Rivers. Oh, he missed it, Geoff. That's the referee's fault.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. We got to blame it on the referee and not the announcers. Only his second miss this year. Dukovic, 15 feet away, partially blocked.
Malumbo with a nice block.
And now we've got a timeout.
Timeout.
Oh, a timeout.
Yep. He went down on the floor, called a timeout. Mitchell did. You don't really like using them, that situation, but you notice that Lakota East had all 5 going into the fourth quarter. And it's nice to save them.
Right. Timeouts are funny. I do know you and I have had discussions about this where as a coach it's a teaching moment. You do want to evaporate them because, hey, this will come up importantly in some other part of a game somewhere else.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the other school of thought is, hey, if you don't have to use them, let's just let it roll because you've got the good momentum.
Yeah, a lot of times you use them to prevent turnovers, which is kind of what they did there. They didn't want to get a tie-up, although a tie-up would have been East ball if there would have been a jump ball on that. But you love seeing kids get to the ground, and Mitchell, who I just love the way he plays and dives on the floor. Last time they ran the middle stuff here where Atkins and Perry screened, and they faked it that time. See, here's the outlets. There's one in the middle. Look at this. All 3 outlets, and they pass it ahead.
It's Coles up high on the right, puts it on the deck. To the lane, drops it off for Mitchell.
Spread.
And they'll return it up high. Do you just dribble out?
Yeah, they spread it out. You'll see Coach Atkins yelling spread. This is a drill you do in practice every day.
Coles, low right.
What a move.
Jackson. What a move!
He's got great body control and just slows himself down when he gets in the block area. And that's why they run those out-of-bounds plays for him, Geoff. He just slows his body. Watch. He gets down there, freeze. Boom, boom. Just slows himself down. Very under control. I feel like him and Atkins have kind of been the leaders of this team in a different way. But that'd be interesting to ask Coach Atkins how that is. As Coach is getting some guys in. Here we go.
Peck picks up his third. That's a 17th foul.
We got 5 coming in.
Sure does look like
Get him
it.
in, Coach. You got all 5 coming in.
So Barber hits on the first one. We see Seaverville come back in. 5 is Tyler Bachman. I haven't seen him before, 6'1" sophomore. 12 is JT Terry, a 6'1" senior. You see him out there. Did we see 30 out there? Caden Meadows, where's 36'5" junior?
And 33?
33 is Josiah Smith, who played in the JV game.
That's right, yes.
6'5" junior, yeah. I like him.
Yeah, big game for in the JV.
He had a very impressive dunk in that game.
He's going to step up here. Looks like he's had a knee injury in the past. He's got a pretty big, extensive knee brace there.
So Terry goes to the line. That's the 4th on Dukovic with 32.1 seconds left to go. Terry misfires on the front end of one of the bonus, tapped out by Meadows. We head the other way.
Back to press up, 29 seconds to go. Like you said, hopefully our man Reed Mouse, our sideline guy, will probably get Coach Atkins here.
Dugovic mishandles. It's off his hands, out of bounds. And we'll see if East just decides to dribble and pass it out.
They will. And the thing is, like, I know Dugovic didn't have a great game tonight, and East had a whole lot to do with that. He's a junior. He gets everybody's best punch every single night. So he's a great player, though. He's fun to watch.
Terry draws the double team. Sierveld outside the arc. Boy, do you want to see him hit a three, right? Terry gets it back, side, pocket right, draws a double team. It's loose, taken away by Layfield. 3 seconds left to go. Barber outside. Three on the way before the buzzer, and that's the way this game's end as Curry misfires. What a finish, a dominating effort by Lakota East tonight.
They're really good, and Coach Leon giving Coach Atkins nothing but respect there as they go through the lines. These guys grow up with each other. They know each other. They're going through the handshake line. Probably takes longer to get through this one than normal because they truly do know each other. And they're telling each other, nice game. And it's just a backyard rival, man. I mean, this is one of the best in high school basketball. Lakota East, Lakota West. I told you I coached in a bunch of them, and it's electric. It's so fun, but it's very respectful. Very respectful. There's no hate. There's some dislike, but there's no hate. And that's what I really like about this.
We see a hug there by the two head coaches, Leon and Atkins. Thunderhawks improved to 11-3, 8-2 in the GMC. They're still in a running for maybe perhaps a tie with Fairfield if they can get some help along the way for a conference title. Meanwhile, the Firebirds fall to a record of 7-7, 4-6 in the conference here at this point here in January. We'll send it down to the mighty one and to Reed Mouse. Reed, take it away.
Media darling himself, Coach Atkins. You got the season sweep over Lakota West. How'd you guys do it tonight?
I thought we got it done on the defensive end. That second quarter was really the difference in the game. Thought we really turned up our pressure. They turned it over, and all of a sudden we got a couple easy ones. Saw the ball go in the basket, and I thought in the first quarter I thought we were a little bit tight, but second, third quarter we put a spurt on them, and that was the difference in the game.
Charlie didn't play on Tuesday. He had double-digit points. Had to be nice having him back in the lineup tonight.
He had a double-double tonight, 12 points, 10 rebounds, and he practiced one time. He practiced yesterday. He had been off in a week, but that just shows you who he is. He just comes out. He's a warrior. He plays his tail off, and, comes out and has a double-double in a big-time game. So, it's not shocking at all. Just say that.
I would like to think that the orange out was because of the Bengals, but I know better. I know it's because the Wilmington Hurricanes, your alma mater, right?
Yeah, not quite. A little dragonfly night tonight is what was going on. But you know what? Little shout out to Wilmington. I haven't been up there in a while, so. But yeah, awesome cause, and what a great crowd tonight. You look out there and to see it orange, that's hard to beat.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you.
Guys.
Reed, thank you very much. Partner, closing thoughts on this one.
Great game, great atmosphere. East-West didn't disappoint in some ways because it was a great basketball game. Don't sleep on Lakota West. They're going to be there. They're young. But, folks, Coach Atkins is starting to get his team humming along at the right time of year like he always does.
Partner, it was an interesting one tonight. Not the overtime game that you and I had thought about for the last couple of weeks, but interesting nonetheless as East continues to roll.
We'll take it.
Partner, we'll see you in week 10.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate it. Great night, Geoff. Great night.
And again, the final tonight. 66-52 as the Thunderhawks roll to a record of 11-3. The Firebirds of Lakota West fall to 7-7. Thanks go out to our producer, Joe Meehan. Our videographer was Ian Callmeyer. Our sideline reporter, Reed Mouse. And our statistician, Mia Van Winkle. Lakota East improves to 11-3. And 8-2 in the GMC. For Sean Van Winkle, I'm Geoff Kim. Good night from the Hawks Nest.